Hey everyone, Natalie here with Cherry Wealth Advisors, and welcome to today's webinar, Decision 2020. And what a decision we have this year. The name of this webinar is, Are Your Finances Ready for this Decision 2020? We're going to start off showing you our disclosure here. And this is basically stating that we are putting this webinar together for informational purposes. We are not tax attorneys. We are not estate attorneys. We can't give you personal advice through this webinar. This is solely our way of bringing more value to you, more information on what our expertise is, and that is financial planning. So, who recognizes this? No doubt you've looked at your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, you watch TV. We've all been amazed, bewildered, and frustrated all at once sometimes. And, we wake up every day trying to make sense of everything, what today's going to bring, and what kind of news media and outlets, what are they going to put out in the news today? And how is that going to affect our lives, right? Specifically with the virus. But guess what? On top of everything else that we have going on, not just that, we have this ongoing COVID-19 and all the things that brings with it, and shutdown and unemployment and the market shifts and you name it, stimulus package and Secure Act. It's just so many different things that we've never had to experience before. And whether you vote here at your local precinct with a setup like this, or you do it by mail, we have a very strong decision to make this November, and that's electing a new president. And I know there's been a lot of talk, a lot of people who are worried, they're concerned because we are living at a different time than any other election year in history with all of the things going on. There's just so much fear of the unknown and all of the predictions and what's going to happen. Specifically for those who are going to be making those big financial decisions coming up here shortly. But the big question, I think, is how could this election affect you and your retirement vision, your financial house in the future? And that's what we're here to talk about today. And also the reason why we want to bring in some of these actionable items that you can do now to help maintain control of your financial future with this presidential election. One of our goals at Cherry Wealth Advisors is to customize a written retirement plan that we prepare especially for you, so your finances are ready for election day and beyond. So we want to really put together something that makes sense for you, your family, and your specific situation, because it's not cookie cutter. One size does not fit all. And so it's important that we take into consideration every family's personal goals and what their needs are and what they need specifically for them to be able to get to and through retirement with confidence. Now, we are faced with two very different candidates this year. So we have every year, but this year specifically seems a little bit more different. Their personalities, their platforms. But again, what makes 2020 different from any other year is coronavirus. Pandemic has changed how we live our lives, social distancing, wearing masks. It's been a crazy year. Virus has tested our patience. Results aren't always very positive. Now we have kids that are not going to school. They're doing virtual learning, and businesses who are doing a lot of things virtually now as well. And the US now leads the world in coronavirus infections and in death. So that's a huge point to make as we move forward in the short and long term of our country. However, our global stature as a giant in the GDP makes it imperative for us to find ways to open our economy and overcome devastating unemployment. And we'll just continue to talk about market analysts and their different point of views and what they predict this year, which has been completely different than any other year. And then we'll just continue on going with risk and everything else. And this is the end of our test webinar.